Be careful with these. This is -3 to the 5th power, so that means that we have 5 -3's multiplying each other. You can also pull out your calculator, but you have to be very careful and actually use the parentheses the way it looks like on your problem. And then since your exponent's on the outside, that is when we hit our up arrow button right here. That's our exponent button. We can type in 5, and this does give us the correct answer of -243, in case you don't want to just do all the multiplication this way. Now, when we come over to 16 right here, you would think that it would be the same thing. It's not. It's as if that negative is sitting there by itself and there's a magic invisible 1 that's just sitting there with it. And then in the parentheses, the 3 is free from the negative sign, and so there's 5 of those, just like that. And you would get positive 243, but when you multiply it by -1, yeah, you still get negative 243. It's not always the same answer, though, on these types of situations. The reason is that this has an odd exponent. But when we come down and we look at an even exponent, like these two situations, you're going to see that 17 and 18 have totally different answers. So let's go through this one. This would be as if it was a -1 was sitting on the outside, and the 4 was free with all of its exponent buddies. So 4 to the second means that we have 2 4's here. 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times -1, well, it would be -16. Let's go check that on the calculator just to make sure, though. Yep, -16. So let's come over here and let's see how this plays out. Now, because the parentheses are around the -4, that means that the -4 is going to be repeated by this exponent. So it's truly -4 times -4. Well, negative times negative is positive. And let's go and try this with the parentheses. -4 inside the parentheses, outside we have the second power. Sure enough, it's positive 16. So that's what's happening here, and honestly and truly, if you can just make sure that your calculator looks exactly like the problem, you'll be okay. But that's why there's a difference sometimes, like on problems 17 and 18, but then like on problems on 15 and 16, there's not a difference because it's just the exponent being an odd number, so it always makes it negative. And this will always make it negative also.